I should have never bet against my brother. Because I lost, I have to go the entire Valentine's Day without saying a single word. No talking, no whispering, not even a hey. I walked into school with a stack of pink sticky notes and a Sharpie. My first victim, Miles. The guy I've had a crush on since the 3rd grade. He waved at me by the lockers, and I just stared. Jane, you okay? He asked, looking confused. I quickly scribbled on a note and slapped it onto my forehead. It said, I am a mime today. Do not judge me. I expected him to laugh and walk away. Instead, Miles grinned. Oh, a silent movie? I can work with that. For the rest of the morning, he became my translator. When the teacher called on me, Miles stood up and said, she says the answer is 42, and also that she's very talented at being quiet. Everyone was staring, and my face was as red as my pink hoodie. But then, I saw Anne looking at us with pure evil in her eyes. She leaned over and whispered to me, if you can't speak, you can't defend yourself when I tell him your biggest secret, right? Comment, mute for part 2. I was having the best day ever with Miles, even without saying a word. But then Anne showed up with that evil smirk. She held up her phone, and my heart dropped. On the screen was a photo of my private diary. Hey Miles, Anne said, her voice dripping with fake kindness. Since Jane is being so quiet, I thought I'd help her out. Did you know she has a whole list of reasons why Miles is perfect hidden under her bed? The hallway went silent. I wanted to scream, to tell her she was a snake for stealing my diary, but I couldn't. The bet was almost over, and if I spoke now, I'd lose everything. Anne started reading from the screen. Reason number 1. His smile makes me forget how to. Suddenly, Miles reached out and grabbed the phone. He didn't even look at the screen. He just turned it off and handed it back to her. I don't need to read her diary to know how she feels, Anne, Miles said, looking straight at me. He stepped closer and whispered, because I have a list about her. 2. The school clock struck 3 p.m. The bet was over. I finally took a deep breath and whispered, you do? Miles just smiled and handed me a real Valentine's card. Comment diary for part 3. After Miles saved me from Anne's drama, I was finally able to talk again. But now, it was almost scarier than being silent. Miles had handed me a Valentine's card that day, and it said, meet me at the Sweetheart Cafe after school. My heart was doing backflips as I walked into the cafe. Miles was already there, holding 2 steaming mugs. Hey, Jane, he said, his smile making me forget all my words again. Glad you could finally talk me through this date. We talked for hours. About school, about my dumb bet. Even about he just laughed when I described how mad I was, making me feel so much better. Then he said, you know, seeing you try to communicate without words today, it made me realize how much I pay attention to you. I blushed. Really? I whispered. He nodded. Yeah, it was like I finally saw you, Jane. And I kinda liked what I saw. He then slid a small, beautifully wrapped box across the table. Happy late Valentine's Day. Inside was a small silver necklace with a tiny, delicate microphone charm, so you'll never be silent again. He winked. I was so touched. I almost cried. Miles, it's perfect. This was it. My chance? Miles, I began, looking into his eyes. I really like you. He just smiled. A genuine, warm smile. I like you too, Jane. More than you know. It's not done yet. Comment revenge for part 4. If Anne deserve it. A week later, Miles and I were officially a couple. It felt like a dream. We were walking home from school, laughing about something silly, when Anne suddenly appeared. Again. So, you two are actually together now. She scoffed, glaring at me. He's only with you because he felt sorry for you. After your little mime act, Miles immediately put his arm around my shoulder. That's enough, Anne. I had to stand up for myself. You know, Anne, I said, my voice steady. Being silent actually helped me. It showed me who my true friends were, and who just wanted to cause drama. Anne looked genuinely shocked. I continued, and Miles, he didn't feel sorry for me. He actually listened, even when I couldn't speak. That's more than I can say for some people. Miles held my hand. Anne just mumbled something and walked away. Finally defeated. This time, I didn't feel angry. I felt free. My silence had actually made me stronger. Miles looked at me, his eyes full of admiration. You really are amazing, Jane. I just smiled, leaning my head on his shoulder. My silent Valentine's Day might have started as a disaster, but it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me. The end.